Hello, everybody. So I wrote a bunch of pages, just can't get it off my mind. Too much to type, so I'm going to throw a video out. Stay with me, if you will. It's called The Goose Findings, based on a lifelong experience of eyewitness accounts, much reading and researching, and listening to highly educated people from all walks of life. We are being infested by the West with Asians. We are being infested from the South, Mexicans, South and Central America. We are being infested from the East, Muslims. The majority of Muslims want to believe in Sharia law, meaning everyone that does not conform will be beheaded, stoned, or raped. I'm not talking about the good Muslims. There's very few, but I do also know that they are all programmed to lie about their beliefs until they get to about 30 or 40% of the population. And then the main jihadist gives the word to start the plan. Bottom line, if they're studying the Quran, they're probably not good, whether they appear to be good or not. If they abide by our flag and love our flag, then they're good. I believe it when I say this. They are total lie about the beliefs. They are... Oh, sorry. I already read that. This is where Israel and the Jewish Zionists come in. They feed all the hate that these Muslims hate us for the West. They feed it. They feed our hate that we have of them. Through radio, TV, agenda, propaganda. They're a third of the part of the deep state, Israel. There's a triangle. They're a part of the deep state. Hollywood is in full control of these people, along with all of our biased media, the porn industry, indoctrination of our children from elementary to college. George Soros is another part of that little line of the grand plan. With funding of our own deep state here in America, our government is infested with dirty money, with false promises of power over the world. I don't exactly know when it started, as soon as the 1100s perhaps, the Illuminati. But George W. Bush Sr. definitely was a good start. His grandfather worked with Hitler and started, which we know as Skull and Bones. And George W. Bush Sr. started it. Started the deep state, pretty much, that we know of. And the New World Order was on. That's what they want. They want New World Order. They want all the power. They want everybody under their power, worldwide. George W. Bush definitely has power over Reagan. He did, even though we don't know this. Reagan couldn't do a lot of his stuff because George W. Sr. was his vice president. And if Reagan wanted to do any more than he did, he sure would have been killed. They definitely tried, but Clinton wanted nothing to be rich and powerful. Pretty much he was just a pervert, power-happy president that was easy to convince to go along with the plan. George Bush Jr. was buddy-buddy with Bin Laden until he wanted all their oil and did not want to protect him from Saddam Hussein, Saddam realized he wanted some of that money that we were forking out in Kuwait, buying all their oil. So Saddam took out Bin Laden in Iran, and Bin Laden was pissed off that we didn't stick up for Bin Laden. So therefore, Bin Laden kind of waged his war against America. I'm convinced 9/11 was not a terrorist act. It was a plan to make America want to go to war. We were told to believe what we were told to believe, but 17 trillion came up missing in the Pentagon that day in the Federal Reserve. 17 trillion. Not million, not billion. $17 trillion came up missing that day. Oh, they say they just didn't have paper trails. They didn't have receipts for it all. That's why it came up missing. They didn't know where it went because they didn't have receipts. Well, that's, to me, is obvious that it came up missing. $17 trillion. Not to mention a good fucking reason to make America go, let's go to war, let's go get them, let's go to war. We all did, didn't we? Great plan. Great plan to keep us all off the whole $17 trillion that came up missing that day. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Donald Rumsfeld, for that. He was a main player. Donald Rumsfeld is the devil, along with Dick Cheney. Pretty sure Bush was involved. Can't guarantee that just yet. But Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney, bad people. Donald Rumsfeld was also knew all about the killing of Pat Tillman, national hero. Pat Tillman, long story short, was a great football player, decided after 9/11 he was going to go over there and fight. Once he got over there, he realized we shouldn't be over here, and he realized some of this deep stuff, and he was going to tell the American people So they shot him. Yeah, hence the friendly fire. And they had Pat Tillman eliminated. Not to mention another good reason to make American people want to go to war, right? Didn't we all want to go to war after Pat Tillman got killed? We all wanted to go to war. And that's when good old Bush was saying, Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. We've got to go to war. We've got to go over there and get those weapons of mass destruction. Do you know, as of today, we have not found 1 ounce of weapons of mass destruction? Not 1 ounce. So I ask you, why the hell are we still over there? Why were we over there to begin with? Oil, some other possible very precious metals of some sort, gold and other deeper stuff that I don't care to get into right now. Do you really think we killed bin Laden in 2001? Well, there was a bunch of SEALs over there, 15, maybe more over there, that claimed to have killed him. We never did get to see a body. They said they just threw him overboard, cremated him, and threw him overseas. Why wouldn't we see the body? Why wouldn't we have anything? I don't know. But amazingly enough, 3 months later, 15 SEAL members were ordered into a 1984 CHV-7 helicopter, whatever helicopter, old helicopter with no defense, no guns. For one, you never put more than 6 SEALs together in a helicopter ever. But they were ordered to do it. They got in there. They were ordered to a flight plan. They didn't know what was going on, and they got shot down and killed. Yeah, the Taliban knew where they were flying to. They shot them down, killed them, and amazingly enough, we ended up burying our soldiers over there. Some Talhead actually, Talhead actually did the ceremony. They cremated them, and he condemned them to internal fire. Our government knew about this, said this is okay. They had a good burial ceremony. Well, to this day, there are several family members that still are looking for answers of their children, of how they were killed, why they were killed, and where are they at. Pretty sad stuff. Oh. Suddenly, if they were cremated or whatever time. So good old Obama came in, funded ISIS. Excuse me, not ICE, ISIS. Kind of weird how ISIS was never around until he showed up, and ISIS has not been around since he's gone. Kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, he funded them, folks. He opened the floodgates to let all the Muslims come over to America and just flooded the United States of America with these people that do not love America, hate America, and let's just give them all a bunch of money while we're at it so we can destroy our infrastructure of the United States, not allowing any of us to have any of our Social Security, any money, any benefits, so we all become weakened, and then we need the government for help. That's the grand plan, folks. Benghazi, good old Benghazi, pretty much in a nutshell. We were over there. No one knew we were over there, but we were fighting. And there was, I believe, 4 soldiers over there pinned down, needed help. They were asking for support. I believe the call came down from Hillary Clinton to stand down. No one knows you're over there. Stand down. We cannot give you help. Well, the reason why she did that is because we have given the enemies Whistler missiles in the past and right up to the present. Hillary and Obama didn't want the serial numbers of these weapons to get back to them. So they said, shush, 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 shush. No, we don't know nothing. We can't help you soldiers. Let them die. The Pakistani people were then going to throw the cat out of the bag and tell on them and say, well, it was your weapons. Well, in order for them to shut up, Hillary and Obama decided, hey, we're going to give you back your 5 highest-ranking Taliban members, okay? Yeah, what the public knows is, we traded them for another soldier, right? That's bullshit. They wanted to keep their ass clean, so they gave them back 5 of the highest-ranking Taliban members. Throwing the country under the bus, baby. Throwing it under the bus and killing our soldiers and getting rich doing it. Isn't that fucking great? That's fucking sick. Oh, God. So good old Obama. Yeah, why stand down? Why, yeah. Selling weapons to the enemies that killed our soldiers and getting rich doing it, and they're still just living a cush little life. Well, not for long, I hope. Oh, greedy weather. So that's about that. And then good old Trump. You know, he was asked to be president, I think, 4 different times in the last 15, 20 years, and he just didn't want to be president. But after knowing a lot of this that I just told you, he finally said, I'll try. I'll give it a go. So he ran for president. Thank God he got president, because he's the only thing standing in the way of our Western civilization being completely crushed as we know it. Y'all laugh at me, but if Hillary was president, we probably would be all in prison camps of some sort, maybe in Walmarts, if we didn't conform to their little New World idea. There's no bullshit, folks. So now Trump's fighting all these people. Well, you look back at 9/11, and there's a lot of the same players in 9/11 as there is today. James Comey, Robert Mueller, Chuck Schumer, Dianne Feinstein, Linda Pelosi. All these people were at 9/11 in court questioning James Comey about shit back then. How are these same people now fighting Trump? Big question, isn't it? And most of these people have been funded by Israel, who is probably the most biggest enemy we have. They've quietly pushed all the hatred for the Muslims against us hating the Muslims, and they've quietly just let it all happen. They've got so much money that they've influenced Hollywood completely. They have all the control over our media that we watch on TV, CNN, CNBC, all of them, and everything you see on TV is manipulated by them and the deep state. It's good stuff. Nothing on your TV is true. Nothing. Not even Fox. And the final up, all the funding, Rothschilds, one of those big Illuminati families. There's 13 of them. Well, the most powerful one that you probably have never heard of is called the Payseurs. Started way back when. The most powerful family out of all of them, the Payseurs. Payseurs. Look them up. They are now held, in power by people that have trust, or the biggest trust holder of the Payseurs right now, George Soros. Good old fucking George Soros, who is funding all the politicians in government. Dirty money everywhere. He funded the caravan. He's funded everything. He's funded everything that's bad. George Soros is public enemy number one. Our whole politics, our whole government is got dirty money from George Soros. I think besides Trump and maybe Trey Gowdy, everybody. So that's who's Trump's fighting right now, is all these nasty-ass, power-controlled, greedy politicians, the deep state, all the powerful families, Israel. That's what Trump's up against. And half our country wants to beg on him. I will not let that happen. He is the only thing standing in the way of life as we know it being completely different. I wish people would understand this. I think a lot do. A lot more are awakening. But there you go. I'll probably die for this video, but have a good life.